Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Josh here with Josh's Lawn and Landscape on this crisp Saturday morning. Just a tad over 50 degrees. A little after 7:30. I've already been by actually the yard I'm working in today and dropped off the pipe for the irrigation. It's just easier to open and close the gate on the trailer without it on there. I've got to go over here to the rental place and pick up the trencher that I'm using today, and hope it goes better than the last time, which I don't think the ground is going to be near as hard as the last one. So hopefully that'll allow it to go a lot quicker. So I was making sure that guy wasn't going to run this light before I turned. He was in a right big hurry. So yeah, I'm gonna go over here and see what's up with that, and try to get back to trenching this thing in. And that way, what I would like to do is to trench this thing to where I'm comfortable doing anything else, as far as if I got to dig some short stretches or whatever by hand. It's not that much. So, and maybe I can go ahead and get the trencher back over here today. If I got to come back over here Monday to test everything and excuse me, fine tune it, not a big deal. But I think this is going to go a lot better with it being a sandier lot than the last time where I was dealing with the clay up on the lake. So I hope. It's just me today. I got caught up doing an irrigation, or trying to do an irrigation repair yesterday on a system that I mentioned previously about the one that the last install that I did. They forgot to winterize their system, which her husband, they turned everything off, but they didn't winterize the actual pump that pumps out of the lake. Well, the housing busted on the end of the pump, so they had to replace the housing. Well, since they've replaced that housing, the system is not building up at the same amount of pressure as it was before. I've gone through and bled the valves, make sure none of them were stuck or had trash in them. It's pumping water to the system itself, but it will not pump the volume that it was pumping before. So I don't know what exactly went wrong with it. That is the first and only time I have ever dealt with a system that was on a pump, which I think I mentioned in the install video. They do have a water meter, like city water or town water, whatever you want to call it. Not in the city, but they do have town water, which I suggested and recommended that they go that route. But the homeowner wanted to try and save some money on their water bill, especially because they were putting down new sod and on it, which I understand. But we'll see. Like I said, I went through it a lot yesterday. Didn't get back till late. So there's one more thing. They're adjusting something. I just ran out of time. It's time to get back. And once they do that, they're going to turn the system back on. And if I have to end up going back out there, then I will. So we're just going to have to wait and see how that one pans out. So hopefully this install will go a lot smoother than... Oh, that might be the man right there. Nope, that's just somebody with a radar gun or phone stand. So yeah, Like I said, I got the trencher scheduled to pick up this morning, and once I do that, I'm gonna go back. And just out of curiosity, I don't know, which I guess I could rent it for the half a day. If I can't get it back, then I'll just have to pay for the rest of the day when I do get to take it back. So we'll see. Try to save a little bit whenever I can. Only thing I just want to make sure is I don't hit, which I can turn the water off at the meter, but I don't like to do that unless I have to. The only thing I normally have to do it for is long enough to put the backflow in. So, but all of that is, figure it out when I get that far. And it's always something. One of my earbuds is lost a little bit of the volume. Can still hear a little bit in that one, but it's a lot lower than the other one. So I probably got one of my earbuds going out, which is great. So eventually I'll end up having to get another pair of these. I do have my over-ear ones that I just bought with the, the retractable mic on them. So I'll be able to use those, which I'll probably use those primarily when I'm on the machine anyways. Gonna be a fun day. Hopefully I'll be able to get some decent footage, maybe some how-to type stuff, and go through explaining how I assemble and put together a system. And hopefully y'all will enjoy it. So y'all stick around. Appreciate y'all watching, support the channel, and I'll be back. All right, y'all. Well, yep, still in the truck. But I've got a trencher on the trailer. Some great people working that rental place over there. First time I've been to that location. They have one closer to me, but that piece of equipment was at this location. So, but they did tell me that I can return it to the other location since it's closer, because they don't have it scheduled out for anything. Which helps me out if I don't get done with it by the time they close today. Then it's easier for me to bring it back Monday morning to them. But my goal is going to be to try to get, like I said, the trenches opened up to a point where I'm comfortable not having it anymore. And like I said, hopefully that will give me enough time to get it loaded back up and take it back to the dealer. So I checked to see that is a certain piece of equipment that they only offer a full day rental on. I'm probably going to make one phone call to see if there's anything that my father-in-law thinks maybe we need to trench for. Sorry, that guy come up there, is a little tight making that turn. Want to bust a curb. If there's anything that maybe we want to trench around the house, if there is, then I'll just work it out to take it back up here Monday morning. If not, we'll see where I'm at a little bit later today. I don't think they close till like 1:30. So if that's the case, then I should be able to get it back today. We'll see. So, we'll do a quick show of it when I get to up here in the property. I'm already back over here in the neighborhood. So once I get pulled up out here, and I'll get some footage of the machine real quick, and then I'm gonna get to trenching. Stick around. Okay, y'all, real quick, I'm actually done trenching already. Much better than those lake jobs. Dirt's a lot easier. So this is it. It's actually a TRX 26 Kawasaki FX 730. Does a good job. Love that Kawasaki. 4-foot trencher. Pretty simple controls. Raise and lower the boom Throttle is here. Trencher engagement, twist it. This goes that direction, or if you need to back it off, you pull it out and it spins in the opposite direction. Control here, forward, reverse. It twists to operate an individual track. So, got my valve boxes. I've actually got to pick up one more of these. You see all my fittings, wire, tools. Got a few scrap pieces of pipe from old jobs that I might use for a few things. Coffee. Yeah, my Yeti's beat up. But you can see I got everything trenched. I just skimmed this. I'm going to go a little deeper with the shovel because the cable wires run through here. So I just wanted to skim the top layer of grass and stuff off over here. That is the old irrigation pipe, so I'm not worried about that. I'm just going to cut it off. You can see where I busted it up a little bit, but no worries. This has all got to be shovel cleaned. Only issue is I did catch the cable wire, cable and internet, but I told the customer, which he was no problem with it. It's actually not deep enough. It's probably not even barely 6 inches deep. I think it's supposed to be a minimum of 12 to 18. So they probably won't charge him for the service call. But I told him if they did, let me know. You can see all of this. So it'll be a spray. There's the old irrigation pipe right there. Not worried about it being busted. Again, not working. So there'll be a spray here, spray there, spray here, and spray up there to cover this section. And then I'm going to have a rotor head here, a rotor head there, one in the middle out here, and one here. So that head and this head will both throw up here to the corner. These heads throw to each other, these heads throw to each other, all three of these together. So the line will go right under the fence, right there. The valves will be in the backyard, right in this area over here. So I don't think the dog's out yet. So. Nope, the dog's not out. So what I'm going to do is I've got to bring the wire from the other side of the house around here to the valves, but I'm going to leave it exposed for the simple fact that they can see it, and they've still got to put a pool and all in back here. So and then once they get all that in, I'll just bring a shovel back and can kind of dig it in a little bit, because I've got to come back later. So the line will go in here, clean this out. This is where the valves will go here. Feed line goes to the back all the way around, other side of the camper. Not doing anything back here yet except for the feed line and the line for the other side of the house. The zone runs around and goes to the front. Until they get the pool in, then we'll lay out the back and get it installed. The only thing is I will put all of the valves in here. So all 6 valves are going in today in the whole valve assembly. The lines will be capped just so those will be ready to go for later on down the road. So I'm going to do the other half. So that's how that'll go. So valves, and like I said, I'll just bring the wire across the back, drop it in the trench, and run it around there and tie it all together. So close that up. Not bad. It's not quite 11 o'clock. I'm fixing to actually go load some stuff up, back up on the truck, and return the trencher because I'm done with it. Even though I didn't keep it as long as I could, I don't really have anything else I need it for. So, and it's too aggravating for me to try to work around my regular work schedule for that. So Again, rotor head here, small rotor there and there. I'll hand dig those out. I had to come up and move over for the simple fact of there's some, you see these bricks? I think somebody had a bed here previously. And you can see right there some more. And I think they go all the way up here. So I just backed up, moved over, and came up to the other. There's one of the old pipes right there. Had some residual water in it. Good thing is, I found an old cutoff that branches off the main water line. So I got it cut off. I'm going to put my backflow assembly in here. And then run it on out. So I'll just probably hand dig over here. Or I may get the trencher real quick and just knock off the top of that. Might make it a little easier. So, but basically everything from the backflow forward will be brand new. There's the meter. Good thing is I haven't had to cut it off. There will be a rotor head up there, and it'll just come back and then, like I said, come down. A little bit of zigzagging, but that's fine. Let's say small rotor there, small rotor here. Line goes like straight back here, all the way to the back and around. So you can see that there. So no live action of the trencher, but I just wanted to stay focused on getting that done and let y'all know where I'm at. And yeah, be back to get this shovel cleaned, and then we'll talk some assembly of the parts and pieces of the system. So show you how to put the heads together, the valves, backflow assembly, and just kind of general layout of how I lay my pieces out to be able to install the system. So hang around. Alright y'all, little assembly here. These are your, what they call a FIP, F-I-P, FIP 90. So 1-inch push insert, 1/2-inch threaded. This is your 1/2-inch barb. This is what your flex pipe, funny pipe goes on. This attaches to the bottom of the head. So you can take your fitting. I've already done a few of these, but simply screw it in there until it snugs down pretty tight. I typically have them pointing out this way. Put the end of the pipe in here. This goes to the head, set your head, and that gives you the ability to move it around for each one. So then you just take this and you just have to apply pressure and twist. Get it started. And you just twist it. And as you apply pressure, it twists further up on this part. And you pretty much twist it till it gets close to the back there. I normally have them like this, so the pipe would come in and this would stick up out of the ground to keep dirt from getting in the end of it. That's how you do it. You can do the 90s. Definitely have a T, same thing. If you have an incline point at the head where it's not at the end, this is what you use. These are your 3/4 threaded barb. So this is 1/2-inch threaded here. These are 3/4 thread. These are primarily for your larger rotor heads. They go in the bottom. Simply attach your head. Same thing, tighten it all the way down. And this goes into the end of this when you set your head to your funny pipe. So that's how that goes. And then you have your pop-up heads, which you have different adjustable nozzles for. You pull it up, hold it, take this orange cap off, and your See if I can find a piece of it here. Oh, here we go. You have one of these little blue strainers. It's in this bag here. And then the nozzle. These are fully adjustable, up to 360-degree spray. So put them on here. These fit a 1/2 inch barb in the bottom of the pop-up heads. Same thing. Just tighten them all the way down. Once you get them tight, this will go into your flex, set your head, and you're good to go. So that's some of the basics. Blue wet or dry glue. Love this stuff. The only thing I use. It's the only thing recommended. 1-inch valves. These are slip fit. So you put your little bit of glue in here, not too much, because you don't want it to back up onto the inside of the valve and keep it from opening or closing. Put your pipe in. Always look for your directional flow arrow. So it flows this way. So feed line in, goes out to the zone this way. That's pretty much it for now. You have a backflow assembly, which is simply a cutoff that you can use to winterize the irrigation without having to cut the house water off. So it's a double check seal here and here, cutoff valves, threaded male adapter, 1 inch to 3/4 goes in there. Make sure you use your thread tape and put one in each end. Slip fit the pipe coming from your meter. Feed line comes out one end, goes over to the valve assembly, and then the zones. So that's the basics for now. I'm gonna get to putting some more of this stuff together and maybe discuss adjusting the heads here shortly once I get everything laid out. So stick around. Alright, well, one thing I like to do is go around and lay everything out. So you see I got my pipe started. I put my head and my fittings at each one of the head locations. These are here. These are for another zone. So I put my head down there. Right there. These are all the spray heads here. These are all 90. So I just drop my hose pieces at each location. See, I got my pipe laid out. So once I do that, for the zones I'm installing, I will carry with me a supply box which has all my 90s, T's, pipe knife, glue, and I always have, well, a short stick of pipe, which is somewhere here. And basically what this is for is to lay across the trench so the non-working end of the pipe that I haven't glued yet can rest on this and doesn't fall down in the trench to get water or get dirt in it, excuse me. So got that. Got my little box that I carry with me. I'm gonna finish laying out the little fittings and lay the pipe out over here and get to work. So just a few more tips. Y'all stick around. All right, y'all, real quick. I got my manifold together, my valve assembly. It's where the feed line comes in, and 3 valves for the front 3 valves for the back 3 zones later on down the road. These will probably just get a short piece out and capped, and then got the backflow assembly together. It just has Teflon tape on the adapter, and so it's ready to go. So I got all my pipe laid out up here in the front from earlier. I think I found just about every piece of the old pipe while I was trenching this in. Here's where the valves will go. You can see I got it cleaned out. 2 valve boxes here. Feed line comes all the way around from the other side. So I am right by the basketball goal, right about there, cleaning up this trench. So it's cleaned out all the way back across. So we'll have, for now, we'll have 2 lines going this way. So the feed line will come in here, and then zone 1 will go back out around to the front side. And then we'll have 2 lines going this way for the little small zone right out here with the sprays, and then the front yard zone. So that's what we'll have. The wire will come down and go in a trench here, and then it'll just be exposed along the back of the house so they can see it while they're putting all the pool and stuff in. I'll just run it up under the porch, keep it up against the house out of the way, and it goes under the fence on the other side into the garage at the timer. So that's where I'm at. It is about 4:15 right now, so I'm not planning to work dark today because I'm not going to finish, most likely. So what I'll probably do is just at least try to get the pipe in the ground. Probably won't get the heads and stuff on today, I don't think, but we shall see. Like I said, I got the valve assembly ready to go, so we'll rock and roll from here. Hopefully y'all are enjoying it. A little bit of how-to with some of the assembly of the parts for everything, and kind of how I go about my process of putting stuff in. And I'll try to get some footage, maybe showing it once it's in the ground. So I'll finish cleaning this one out, and also maybe get some footage showing y'all how, which will probably be in another video, how to actually adjust the heads. So we'll see. Stick around. Okay, I don't know how much y'all can see, but this pipe is not in yet. Just gonna peek in the back real quick. Everything's cleaned out. I had the pipe laid out, but as you can see, I just picked it up and put it all back here so that it wouldn't be laying out in the front yard. Easy for pickup. Valves are in. I got these just dry fitted with caps so no dirt gets in them. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. Hopefully it's not too heavy. I got to pick up a valve box. The feed line and zone 1 are run all the way around. So this little zone just comes off the valve box and really comes to right here. The other zone will just feed out and go here. I went on ahead and stuck this pipe in the ground so when he repaired the line, it would be underneath the wire that I hit earlier. So that's been fixed. I picked up all the heads and the funny pipe fittings that I'm not using, and nothing's really been covered up, but you can see got the pipe in, the flex is sticking up, so if dirt washes in these over here, it's not going to hurt my feelings. But backflow's in, tied in, so that's good to go. Runs all the way back, cuts over, goes back, and goes around. So I'll wrap it up once I get in the truck, so y'all stay around. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna make this quick. I'm too tired to talk that much. We got the dirt stash going on. I've been flying solo all day, so you see what all I got done. Got everything trenched, everything cleaned, feed line, and the first valve or first zone run back around from the valve, and got the valve assembly in. Hopefully the rain is not too heavy tomorrow. So yeah, I gotta stop and get gas. Hopefully the how-to tips and showing you how to put some of that stuff together earlier was helpful. So thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for taking the time out to support the channel. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Part 2 will be coming. And just want to say thank y'all. Y'all be safe. Be kind. Be blessed. And catch you on the next one. Thanks, everybody.